It's cherry pitting season, and I've already done this much today. So 2 colanders full, and that I just use a bamboo skewer to pit them. And I barbecued this, so that's onions, cauliflower, and mushrooms. Some mung beans, which I'd sprouted earlier over the course of the past
Several
few days. Yeah. And some corn, and potatoes, and eggplant. And there's more potatoes, corn, and eggplant on the barbecue right now. And
Have you been helping or so?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Boston Legal. And I decided I'll just let James serve himself up right now. So
Well, it's almost like Bonanza or something like that. Serve yourself all you can eat.
Yeah. So I'll put that there. James can serve himself, and then I'll. Oh.
You're going to talk about Boston Legal? Oh, you don't want me to be in the way. That makes sense.
Well, no, you can be.
Okay.
But just grab a.
Here I was
Potato or
mixing the
something.
kale
So,
in with
Boston Legal. First thing that we have to say about Boston Legal is its music is really annoying.
wow, especially the theme music.
So bad.
I like blues. I don't know what Pauline thinks of the blues that is
How many
thrown
potatoes
into
do you want? Just
a
one?
couple, actually.
Okay, you're pretty hungry then.
I am quite hungry, yeah. When was that last time we ate? It's quite a while ago, but 11 o'clock. And, you know, I burned a few calories deadheading weeds and seeds in my yard.
I haven't gotten to his mowing yet.
Well, I mean, that's been my fault,
Boy, this is
not
hot.
yours. Anyway, yeah.
And
I kind of like blues, but the blues stuff that they've got, oh my gosh. Like, it must really turn your stomach, right?
Yeah, I don't like blues.
Yeah. So, wow, that one's
This one's a little bit toasty.
Okay.
I should go check the other cobs of corn.
Hmm.
Honestly, I don't want them to turn out like this.
Well, I'll leave half of that, or 2/3. It's not that bad. Just give that one to me.
You want 2 cobs of corn right now?
Well, I'll work on that one first, I think. And sometimes it's best to eat the worst first.
Okay. Anyway, but we love James Spader.
Yeah, although it's kind of sad to see him starting to put on weight and they're having him wear trench coats and stuff like that.
Well, he looks pretty good here, but
He still looks pretty good. He doesn't look
in
as good as when that show with
yeah.
what's her name, Gyllenhaal or something like that. That one, you know, he looked kind of studly. So
Anyway, oh boy.
but yeah, this isn't nearly. He hasn't nearly
pretty hot.
worked out the way he was. What was that show where he's playing that criminal who was also a detective or something like that?
How much of this do you want to try? That much?
Yeah, that'll be good. Thanks. Anyway, I like him. He has a way with words. Very few people have a way with words. I think.
Oh my gosh, that's so
I'm not sure if the guy's ever stuttered in his life. That's okay. Oh, that looks tasty.
It's gonna be great. What else to say about the show? And I mean, you might be thinking,
Well, it's
I
not
don't
just
wanna
him.
see
I mean,
some
they got
legal drama or whatever, but it's a comedy.
Well, yeah, it's a change, you know, and I'm not a big fan of legal drama. I don't know about you, like L.A. Law and all that garbage. But, well, it's not exactly garbage, but... Oh, is that Ian?
Hi, what?
Hey, how would you feel about me picking a few cherries off your...
Oh, I don't let people pick my cherries. Sorry.
Okay, I could trade you some fresh potatoes or something for them.
That sounds nice, but
Except
no.
it's COVID time.
Yeah, we don't want
And
anybody.
so
He's-
we appreciate that. I'm
Yeah.
quintuply immunosuppressed.
Yeah, because he
So
has cancer.
like even
and
you
he's getting
touching
treatment.
those
Okay,
the
not a
railings
problem.
there is a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got
Yeah, not a
cancer,
problem.
and then I take 4 different. Well, I've got the age thing, and then 3 different chemos. So.
But I really appreciate you asking.
Yeah, because
Thank
you're
you.
about the only person that ever, suggests making a trade. So good luck finding. There's all sorts of stuff happening.
Yeah,
you know.
within the
You
city,
can
there's
get
lots of
crab
fruit.
apples,
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so, yeah, see ya.
Take care, man.
Well, that was a nice man.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'll get some corn for myself to eat later, maybe. I'm not big on it like James is. And, oh, they were just hopping mad now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we couldn't have someone just
No.
drifting through the
No.
branches and stuff like that because we got to go through the branches.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go through the branches, you know,
Exactly.
try to pick some older stuff. You know, the stuff tends to start swatting your face and getting your eyes and nose and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like another year, it's not my cherries trees to get, but I think you might have been available. So with the trade.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
That's too bad.
I'm
Did ask
exhausted.
me.
He did ask nicely.
There are all sorts of people. So, you know, they'll be saying, "But what do you do with them?" You know,
Yeah.
well, that's kind of our business. You know, we want to feed this stuff to the birds or pollinators.
If I do.
Then, if it's for the birds, that's our business.
No, but that was nice of him to ask. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. But, yeah, anyway. So, what was I going to say?
Street legal,
Boston.
Boston. No way.
Um,
There's plenty to say.
there's a lot to say about it. I like William Shatner's character. He's just, there's jokes made about how he repeats his name all the time.
Yeah.
And, he has, his memory is not what it used to be.
Mm.
And so he's really just getting by on his
Name.
reputation. Yeah, on his name.
And the sad thing is, you know, the way it's portrayed there, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I wonder how much that applies
I don't
in
know.
real life.
But it
It's
seems to
concerning.
work out for him.
So they really found his métier, which is he always has been kind of a goofy kind of actor. And so I think he gets this overacting from being a Stratford, Canada product, right? I can remember my brother laughing at William Hutt in King Lear back in 1972. I took William Hutt maybe a bit more seriously, but that's where Shatner cut his teeth, you know? Overacting. And it's great, you know, like when he does the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, it's awesome.
Yeah.
huh?
For once, I didn't burn the cauliflower, mushrooms, whatever.
It looks grand.
I feel bad I burnt your corn. You love
Just a
corn
little
so
bit.
much.
That's just a little bit. Anyway, but so he's always, I think, been a kind of like a campy comedy actor.
Mm-hmm.
Now they found his métier, right? I never watched T.J. Hooker that much. Was it, or ever? Really? Was he playing the comedy role there?
I
Or
have no idea. I don't think I've ever watched it either. But
never felt much motivated. So this, and when he's doing Lucy, I don't know how well intended. He also did, even better than Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, was Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man! Mr. Tambourine Man! Look at that. Mr. Tambourine.
it's like he was running after him,
Yeah,
stalking him.
that's right, stalking.
The poor tambourine man's running away, frightened.
Yeah, crying. Trying to figure out where the closest police station is.
Restraining order. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I like the show Boston Legal. I think.
Are we
it's-
going to mention Candice Bergen?
Oh yeah, she does a great job.
Good
Excellent
actor.
job. So I mean, they
Basically
have
a
some good
movie
actors in.
star quality actor.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I wish I saw more of her and more of James Spader.
And I'll take William
I
Shatner in
would
this
too,
kind of role.
yeah, in this sort of role. Boy, that fly really wants my food.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't want
talking.
it to have it.
Mhm.
So yum.
It's not yelling Mr. Tambourine Man yet, is it?
No.
Is that bad?
So, what was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to talk about something that I'd heard on the CBC. and it was it yesterday or the day before
yeah.
when we were going up to Pavan to hike
Yeah.
that we heard this. I think it was on the way there, not on the way
Mhm.
back, so it would have been fairly early. And there was somebody being interviewed about the concerns about the return to school and all that.
There should be lots of concerns.
There should be lots. And so much so that I don't know why they're doing it, honestly. And what the person who was being interviewed, and this is supposed to be like, she's presented as some sort of expert.
Yep.
So what she says is, well, we all know that kids get their sicknesses from adults.
And was it
And
you or me
both
that
of
said
us went,
we
what?
all know?
We all know that?
Wow.
Because it's like, it's just the opposite. We all know that kids spread germs around in school, and then somehow, they bring it home to the family, and it all...
Wow.
We all
that
know
one
that.
was a real knee slapper.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't slapping my knees because I try to keep one hand on the wheel and one hand kind of supporting the
Yeah.
back.
I mean, you listen to something like that, and you're like, wow, should I trust politicians at all? Should I trust
I
the
think this
medical
person was a
community at
political-
all? What should, who really, honestly,
And
anybody
should we
hearing
trust
this?
the CBC
CBC.
interview?
Yeah.
That's something where the
Mhm.
interviewer has got to call
Got
the
to say,
bluff.
really?
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
But maybe
Yeah.
say what kidding is the euphemism for.
Mhm.
Are you
I thought
kidding
it was
me?
just the opposite. Honestly, if I'm interviewing, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like, since when?
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm glad you remembered that one. Sometimes my memory
That one was incredible.
is a little too charitable,
Mm.
Forget stupid stuff. Man.
Yeah, I'm only gonna get. That works out to about this much. Cherries work out to
How many smoothies?
one one large Ziploc bag full of pitted cherries,
Mhm.
and it takes me a long time to pit them.
Yeah, you're faster than I am.
Yeah, but it still takes a long time. And I had thought, okay, I'm gonna do 4 bags today. No dice.
Well, you probably thought I was going to come back from my place sooner.
I didn't actually plan on you doing it. That's not what I was
Helping
saying.
out. I see a couple of apples that have fallen right in the crotch of the apple tree. You see? We're going to have to get
They
a
do
broom.
that every year.
Oh, is that true?
Mhm.
I've never noticed that before.
It's cute.
Yeah. That apple tree has been a real boon.
Yeah, it's a good friend.
Yeah.
And we saw a really cute magpie yesterday.
Yes, that in the
James
parking lot. of
I saw the
university.
magpie, but James pointed him out. He was like, he went around so the magpie was out, and then he hid behind. He went around to go to the opposite side of a truck. We were walking through the parking lot, and I said, "Yeah, I see his feet," and then the magpie peeked down to look at me.
It was funny. I was saying there's a magpie waiting in ambush for you.
Yeah.
I could see him underneath that. I guess it was a truck. It was fairly high.
Mm-hmm. So sweet.
Did it have a longer tail or was it a bit shorter? Like, was it a
What?
youngster?
Oh, I
couldn't
think
see
it was
the
a
tail.
regular magpie. I don't know.
See, the youngsters have shorter tails.
Well, do they? Their tails grow as they age.
Look like.
Mm.
Anyway, that was a magpie with a real sense of humor.
It was. He was a sweet little guy.
Made that trip out of the university worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you get that much out of it because
No,
it's like a job
It-
putting together the
Well,
podcast, right?
nobody watches them, and I feel, I've when I started, I was actually putting them together for my daughter that I never had, because I was thinking, well, I'm not going to live for a really long time like I expected. Well, what if I die before she's 10 or something like that, and then
Or just grown up.
or just and just needs me and I'm not there, right? And so I mean, it's an art project that now it means nothing to me. I'm not doing it for my own benefit, and well, I guess I never was, but
And now we're trying to do it for the world. That's
yeah,
the world.
I'm trying to think, well, there are people out there who have families, and maybe I can help them or help some, like maybe there's a daughter who's losing her mother now or something, and maybe this will make her feel. Anyway, so no, I don't know why I do it anymore. I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. I mean, nobody's watching.
I'm just occasionally just one person.
Every so occasionally.
And it's to a certain extent because we say unpopular things. Yeah. But the thing is, unpopular, but true.
Yeah. I don't profit from this.
Mhm.
So, in that sense, I should be a more reliable source because I have nothing to gain from this.
And we have few illusions. We try not to entertain whatever illusions we've got. So people are going around saying, like, sounding like Mick Jagger to Altima, brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters. Cool it. Let's be peaceful. You actually got to get a formula for peace.
Yeah. Or, like, for example, we were listening to Oliver Stone on the way back from Havana. I think that was yesterday.
Was
wasn't
that
it?
embarrassing? I think it was the
Yeah.
day before. Well,
Anyway.
it was, like CBC, like try and like balance things off. You're getting wacko left wingers,
Well,
Naomi Klein, and then
All
followed
they're
up by
well, it's not. But anyway,
what was that?
I don't know if I agree with you there, but what I'd say is they tend to interview only their own sort of people who give their own sort of opinions on things.
Yeah,
So
did
they're
you
only
hear
interviewing-
them actually asking a tough question of either? Say, yeah.
They
yeah.
interview artists of various kinds. So
Mhm.
people producing movies and,
Mhm.
or books or whatever other art.
People doing micro brewery stuff. If you're going to do people who are doing artistic stuff, give me some foodies. Because that's real art. But microbreweries don't cut it as art for me.
Well, once they had one woman talking about making a Saskatoon pie. And
Oh,
it's
there
like
we
the
go.
heat of summer.
Mhm.
If you want to make a Saskatoon pie, you pick them in the summer.
Mhm.
You don't make pie out of them in the summer.
You freeze
though.
them, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you don't want to be turning your oven on when it's 30 above. It just shows that you're that you don't care about the environment at all, for one
'Cause
thing.
you gotta
Because you're
use
going to
air
have to
conditioning.
use,
So
such a waste.
that was Saskatoon.
I mean, there's
pie.
lots of uses for Saskatoons.
Mhm.
I put them in smoothies. She could have made a Saskatoon's, smoothie, and talked about that. Can't taste it anyway. She could have talked about Saskatoon pie without having made it. And she was such an amateur that she said that she hadn't picked enough Saskatoons for a Saskatoon pie, so she made some sort of a tart thing. And it's like, wow, I have
I've got a crapped out back, and I might have got
You probably picked
close to a pie.
more than
You know, like I'm not boasting about how much I picked. You
No,
know?
because
like
I
it
did
really
way
screwed up my
more.
back for.
I think I
For
got 4 freezer
several
bags of
Mhm.
Saskatoons,
Mhm.
which maybe not as much as I'd like, but I did a pretty good job picking Saskatoons.
So this woman might have
Four
been beaten
large.
up like me, or she might have been older, or both. You know.
Mhm.
So anyway, it wasn't terribly impressive.
Mm-mm. And honestly, if you're
But-
consuming sugar right now, you're lowering your immunity. Do you want to be lowering your immunity during COVID? Does that seem like a good idea?
The other thing is, you know, it's just amazing what cutting sugar out, well, as well as sunflower seeds, but cutting sugar out of my diet, the difference it made. You know,
Yeah.
I keep on dropping weight, and they're worried at the cancer clinic. You know, they're weighing pretty well every other week.
No, but we're hiking pretty hardcore.
Well, we're hiking too. There's lots of things
Yeah.
involved too. But I'm not sitting there. You know, I never say to you, I want to drop weight.
No.
Never have said that to you. Ever, ever, ever. And it just happens, you know, like cut sugar out, cut out white breads, like empty calories. Exercise as much as you can. Like, don't go like pigging out on it and hurting yourself. And because, like, if my back's hurting too much, I'll just say, well, we've got to walk on the level or something like that today,
Yeah.
right? And well, that's about it. You know, and I have to cut out the sunflower seeds because there's omega-3s, but you don't want omega-3s anyway. Is there omega-3s there?
Oh,
Omega-6 is the best source.
You can eat some, just not a whole huge amount. You were eating so much.
Well, I
but
had
I'm
to
glad
do that.
you were eating the seeds.
The
not
thing
the
is, the
oil.
cancer treatment I'm taking right now,
Yeah.
it's taking my GERD down to such a level that only when I'm taking dexamethasone do I have to take. That's maybe for parts of 2 days. Do I have to take any sort of thing like that? So, just was able to cut that out. So that it's been fortuitous, right? But yeah, they keep on telling me you got to put some weight on. I weighed 152 when I was 18, and I didn't have any extra pounds on my body. I was only 37. I had no real muscle. Well, I had wiry kind of muscle. You know? I could run pretty well. I was like the fastest kid in my age group in Sterling, small cohort of kids. But so I had muscles in my legs.
Yeah, Paris is pretty mad. I better go get her some potatoes and corn.
You can smell it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'd be
they want it.
So we basically exhausted.
I think so.
Yeah, the stuff we haven't thought about. There's stuff I want to talk about, but it's so politically incorrect, so factually correct. I don't think I'll ever talk about it, you know, because I'm afraid of getting witch hunted. You know, I was checking some stuff out on the internet yesterday, and you saw what I was looking at, and you saw what was happened, and you got people calling fake news, and I'm going, I don't know how this has been cut up, but it's if they're right about it being cut up, it was being cut to look like fake news. This NBC. I'm not going to mention.
No,
what it is,
they've
but-
been using statistics really poorly too. They're saying that.
Maybe we can mention that.
We can mention the statistics, and I don't think that people will get
Here's the thing.
upset.
So I know someone that I respect pretty much was saying, you never, ever get the police beating up on a white woman in the United States. I said, I check it out. Well, they do. Or killing. They do.
So what
Okay.
was the woman's name? So people can look that video.
Well, that's a different one. They didn't actually kill her.
No.
It's a sobering thing. The police were let off. I don't know if they had any sort of discipline. I think they were suspended for a while the thing was kind of resolved. But it took about 2 years, I think, for the court case about, the state sued the woman, and the woman countersued, something like that. There was some sort of deal struck for her.
What's her name? So they can look it up.
Okay, Emily
Winehouse?
Weinstein, I think. Emily Weinstein, something or other. Weinberg, I think. Which I think is a vineyard in Germany. So I think she has blue eyes, stuff like that. I don't think she's a person of color. Her name, it might be her partner's name. It seems kind of, it might be Jewish or something like that. And Jews generally aren't considered people of color, even if they originated in Southwest Asia. But the striving, are they a person of color? Aren't they? Wow, that's racialization. I'm sorry. What can I call it? Did they cut it? Can they be saying things? Are they privileged and stuff like that? Anyway, she got pounded out, literally, by one cop.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, twice on the head. And I can remember seeing it,
Give 'em that to play with for a while.
when it was current, maybe 2 years ago. 2018. Now understand, I was seeing video from a bystander, put it on the internet, right? And it went viral, as it should have. But there was a lot of stuff that preceded, including, it looks like her kicking a cop in the groin. And he goes down, and she really got him.
Yeah.
And they were claiming she was spitting at them. She was claiming that she'd had her head pounded into the sand, and yes, that did happen. And she was spitting the sand out. I think she might have been spitting the sand at them a little bit. But here's the thing. One cop.
I shouldn't laugh.
One cop. I mean, there's serious stuff. Like,
I
she's
know.
kicking and flailing. It takes 3 of them
Yeah.
to put handcuffs on. Shame on you, wussies. I mean, there she is. She's not lugging a weapon around. I don't think it would even be a derringer, because she's wearing short shorts, and then kind of like, halter top maybe is what you might call it, or something like that. And that's it. I don't know if she even had flip-flops on. Now, it was some idiot cop who wanted to impress her. She looks good looking. She's 20 years old. I don't think they realized that she had her kid with her. And so they wanted to give her a breathalyzer because they figure she's underage. She didn't really look underage to me. You know what I'm saying? But they were just saying, hey, give this a try.
They just wanted to talk to her.
Well, they
basically.
really wanted to shove a breathalyzer thing. I don't have to tell you what it looks like.
Okay.
It looks like a microphone and maybe something else. So blow on this, okay? And maybe they were thinking of leaving the on
That
out.
is totally right. Okay.
It looked absolutely
That's
obscene
obvious.
when she first blew it,
Okay.
because she was
I've
actually
never
touching
been
with her-
asked to blow into a breathalyzer.
They're
thing,
not
so
like
I
the things
had no
that-
idea what they look like.
Well, these ones are different. The ones they used to have at the cop shop 25 years ago and stuff like that. I was working as a janitor. It wasn't my choice to go there. I was dead set against it, but I worked undercover. I was a left winger working in the cop shop.
Oh,
But anyway,
come on.
yeah, they had something very different. Anyway, I know they had to have people blow twice when they brought them in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was something like an hour in between.